Missy, welcome to my channel. I've done a cute little Easter bunny set, and as you can see from this picture, we're going to look at the daisy part first, which is really simple little flowers that I've just done with a dotting tool. And I'm using the Halo First Bloom collection because they're just perfect for spring Easter colours, and I just want to play with them. I'm using these all the time at the minute. My clients love them. So as you can see, I've gone in with my tiny dotting tool and I just do a dot and kind of pull the line down a little bit and just do like 5 or 6 little petals for each flower. And I'm going in with cornflower blue there. These nails have all already been based in Elise, and that is 4 coats of Elise. It is very, very sheer, which is perfect for almost just a smoothing effect on a natural nail in 1 coat, or you can add more layers to build up the coverage, and I just wanted a much more coverage than 2 or 3 layers would have given. But for like a French, I just use 1 or 2 coats. Does the job nicely. So once I've done, when I do like a little design like this with several little flowers and things, I just dot 1 colour onto each nail to do 1 flower. I've gone into the lamp, just give it a flash cure, doesn't need a full cure. Back out again, in with your next colour, under the lamp, flash cure, out we come. So you can do this sort of quite quickly. We did work on 1 hand at a time for this, purely for videoing purposes. It was a bit easier, but you could be, you know, working on the other hand whilst you were doing this, and you know, it'll probably end up getting a bit of a longer cure in between, but however you want to do it, whatever works for you. This is quite a fun, easy design to do. So you can see what's going on here. Feel free to fast forward through to the bunny part if you like, but I thought I'd just put the whole bit on and just kept it sped up so that I don't bore you to death with it really. I'm just adding in some little dots around those little groupings of daisies that I've done, just random little dots of colour, which I then do with the bunnies as well, as you'll see later. So it just kind of ties the two in together. Because obviously we're doing something different on each hand. But these flowers on their own are a really cute Easter design if you don't want to go all out for the bunnies. So that's that. I will finish up with those. They get a top coat. And then we're on to our bunny design, which I've tried to keep it as simple as possible. I tried to do this design as much as possible with a dotting tool, as you will see. So, Easter bunnies. These, I didn't know I was doing these. It was kind of on the spot. So you will see that I actually do part of this as I go through, and I don't actually like how it's working out, and so I get rid of it. And I thought that was important to keep in. If I do make a mistake, I'm quite happy sharing that with you guys, because things don't always go to plan, and I think it's important that you see it not working quite so well too. So again, these nails are based in Elise. I just went on with my first bunny. I just used the larger end of a dotting tool to kind of create the head area. I then just do a dot and pull up again, like we did with the petals, but a bit bigger, to kind of mark out the ears. And then I just kind of pull the product around really where I want those ears to be. I'm flash curing each bunny just because I don't want them running too much. So it's the biggest surface area that I've covered. Now this nail, we were going to do a little bunny with his bum in the air with his little cottontail showing, and I mean it just wasn't working for me. So you'll see how I correct that in a bit, because I still cure it. I go ahead even though I'm thinking not sure if I like that. But anyway, persevered on with it, and I'm just, so like I say, doing each bunny, just marking out a basic head shape and some ears. I get to the thumb, and I'm marking out the head on this one as well. The ear on this one didn't quite go right, so all I do is clean that up before I pop it into the lamp. So I use the Halo Gel Wipe Off solution, or you can use your your prep and scrub or any kind of alcohol solution. And I've just dipped my brush into that, wiped the brush on a lint-free pad, and then I just pulled away the product from where I didn't want it and tidied it back up afterwards. See, that's me adding a cottontail. I wasn't liking this, and at this point as well I decide it just looks weird at the minute. like a bobble hat or something. So let's try and add in like the hint of feet in the back. Yeah, it ends up looking more like a stuffed turkey or something. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, so I'm going on there with a little bit of white just to highlight the inside of the ears, and I am using a detail brush for this part. But you could make these much more simpler and literally just do like 2 little dots for eyes and a little nose, and that would be your bunnies done, to be honest. But I do like adding detail, so I'm going over with white there to highlight where the eyes are, and I'm just using the small end of my dotting tool to do all that. And then I'm doing the same with the black, just trying not to fill up the whole of that white space, so you can still see a bit of white around it. There we go, and that's the little nose. Again, so you could use your dotting tool for that. I just wanted to make it into a bit of like a upside down triangle, and I felt that would just be easier to do with my detail brush. See, I'm trying to make that look better. Doesn't work. I'm just wiping that off. Yeah, bye-bye to that. We don't like it. So without getting any filing dust on any of the other nails, because they're not top coated yet, I'm gently going in, in with my 240 file, and I'm just getting rid of that cottontail, getting rid of the little feet that I attempted to do, and I'm just going to give that a wipe and turn it into a bunny head instead. Because I just wasn't liking it. It seriously just looked like a stuffed turkey. Yeah. This is the only problem when a client springs something on you. If I'm always happy to do it, but, if I haven't had time to practice something, you've got other clients in and things, I can't necessarily be pulling up pictures, reference pictures and stuff. So, I'm happy to give stuff a go, but, it will be what it's going to be. So she wasn't that set, luckily, on having the cottontail up in the air. But it's something I'm probably going to look at because it's bugging me now, because I would like to do a little rabbit bum in the air. Don't ask why, but I'm going to be working on that one. And there's me just going with my detail brush. I'm just doing the little sort of bunny mouth. But you really don't, you could do all this with a dotting tool. I always end up adding more detail. I can't help it. It's just in my nature. But you can make it as simple or as intricate as you like. And I'm just going in there with some French white, putting some little whiskers on. Doesn't show up on some of the lighter colours too well, but I know they're there. And then the paler bunnies as well. The white didn't show up in their ears, so I did then pop out some classic. Yeah, so I went over the ring finger and the thumb, the bunny ears, just to make the inside bit show up a bit more. My preference. And I think that is that. Just give them all a top coat. No, don't give them all a top coat. I know what I'm talking about, really. And then I went in, light with the flowers, and added the little just dots of colour everywhere. Just like I say, to tie the designs in, and it just gives it a proper little Eastery vibe. If in doubt, add polka dots. So after that, I then do cure and I top coat. And that's basically how I did the bunnies. You could do them on both hands, you could do the flowers on both hands, you can do this design, you could use different colours for this, do chicks instead of bunnies, have fun with it. I really hope that this is, inspiring for somebody. Bye for now.